Captive Wild Woman on Blu-ray from 1943. This thing was 61 minutes long, and I think that's about 30 minutes too long. Welcome to day 24 of 31 in my 31 days of horror for 2023. So this guy went to the jungles and got a whole bunch of spicy animals.
The most gorgeous
And
lady that ever came out of the jungles.
Sheila.
Wait till you meet her. Come on, wait till you
Gorgeous lady. Which is once again a big fake ape.
Listen.
She's not impressed. So this is probably one of the coolest Mad Doctor intros. Look at that. Look at that amazing shot over there by the window with the lightning. Anyway, this is the main girl, and this is her sister. And her sister is having like mental problems, so she's got to come see this doctor. That's where this doctor comes
Which one is
in.
Dorothy?
Recognize him?
You're her sister.
Yes.
And you're both connected with the Purple Circus.
He's the worst Dracula. Not the worst acting Dracula. He's the least competent Dracula. He's a great acting Dracula, but he's just a bad Dracula in the movie. John Carradine. Boop. And apparently he's a highly accomplished scientist in this movie, and he can change people's forms with their glands or something. He goes into it. It's basically like the electricity of this movie. Or I guess not electricity, but like the lightning of this movie. Because in the other movies, like, lightning is basically magic. So as far as the quality of this Blu-ray goes, it's not a new scan, but it's one of the rougher ones. It has a lot of print damage and scratches, and weirdly enough, like, the animal footage, which there's an obscene amount of, is the worst as far as, like, being scratched up. Like, it even has, like, scratches this way, and you can just see them going by. I even saw a little tear go by. So, I mean, there's a lot of damage on this print, and then the audio's okay. You know what though? I'd still rather see the damage in the movie on the movie than have it digitally like scrubbed out to the point where it pulls the detail out. Like I'd rather have it look like an actual film than like a scrubbed ugly digital mess. That's gonna come into play. There's just so much footage in this movie of the animals fighting each other. So much animals fighting. And then of course the fake ape. So then the mad doctor sees the ape and he's like, I want to buy that ape. So it like mangles this drunk employee, and then he just like sets his heart on it and he's like, I need that ape. And not only is there so much footage of the animals fighting each other, I think half of this movie is this guy fighting lions and tigers in the circus ring, and it just goes on, and it's like, you know in Singing in the Rain, how there's a lot of really good and fun dancing times, like the Stayed Up the Whole Night song and the actual Singing in the Rain song, and then there's that dance that's like kind of like a dream sequence dance with like the long flowing dress thing, and it just goes on forever. These animal fighting sequences and like circus training and like sticking the chair out and swinging the whip around parts, they just go forever. It's like they were like, the movie was so excited to basically show you the circus that it ended up being like so much of the movie is just like I was getting bored during the action scenes of this movie, even though it's real animals and they're really fighting each other and they're really jumping all over the place. I'm just not really much of an animal person. So I got super bored watching the guy try to train the animals and them fighting and growling. And it just reminded me of those old like dancey movies where sometimes they're just like dancing forever and like looking out at the audience. They're like tap dancing in unison and it's just like going on forever. And it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, I like the old musicals, but I feel like sometimes the musical numbers go on for a really, really long time because it turns the movie into basically you're watching, the movie is replacing like a stage dancing. And that's like, you're just getting the sheer dancing entertainment and like the plot has kind of come to a screeching halt. That's kind of this movie with the lion taming. But it reminds me of the Monty Python skit where the accountant wants to be a lion tamer. Science montage. They're switching glands and switching blood, and I think he killed his assistant girl because she didn't approve and took her part of her brain or something. So it's not gonna go well. Well, he's gonna kill her. She disapproves because she thinks this is immoral, and then like the ape is gonna like transform into a girl. What? Oh yeah, he broke in and stole the ape, by the way. Look, there it is. Ah! She's so disgusted. She's not like that. Why is that ape hand turning into a dainty girl hand?
We've done it. We've done it!
Oh, Dr. Walters, we can't go on with
Why
this.
not?
Yep, she just signed her death warrant. Boop. He's gonna kill her for that. Then, in some beautiful handwriting, talks about how he sacrificed his assistant girl. Kind of gets a little bit Bride of Frankensteinish here, where he's unmasking her. If he can get the thing off her nose, there we go. So this is the ape, and she's gonna have special powers to where she can just like look at the animals and tame them, and so then the guy can like do his lion taming stuff while she's on the outside just like staring at the animals. Oh, here you go.
Do you remember what happened?
Tell me if you've heard a doctor say this before.
Your mind is my mind. Your every thought is my thought.
Yep. So did the movie writers of the 40s just like hate doctors? I don't know, but they're so evil all the time in these shows. Here's some more actual animal fighting with an actual fire hose being sprayed on them. Oh my gosh. I do not think this would be allowed nowadays. So then, the lady that used to be an ape gets jealous because that guy still loves that girl. And she goes into a rage and then turns back into a monster. And she decides to go try and kill the girlfriend. Here's another scary beast coming through a window of somebody at night. You know, just the kind of thing to traumatize you for the rest of your life. So she screams, lady comes in the room and screams, and this lady goes and kills that lady by, like, severing her spine or something. So, of course, there has to be a brutal murder. But it's a close call. Her jealousy almost killed that guy's fiance. So this guy's in here taming all the lions and all the tigers. And it's really exciting. But the girl calls her sister. The girl who's in the institution who had the surgery, she calls her sister and she's like, I gotta get out of here. I don't feel good about this. And you gotta come get me. So the sister goes to get her. Meanwhile, Dinkus here is just playing with the animals at the circus. And the sister actually goes to the doctor's evil lair. And he basically threatens to kill her. He's like, nope, we're doing this surgery and I'm going to kill you and I'm going to take your brain. And then he gives her the idea. He's like, oh yeah, that ape over there hates me. She'd love to get her hands on me. Ape on the loose. Take that, bad Dracula. I just love seeing people get throttled by giant fake apes. Anyway, the cool thing about this scene that's different from other movies of this time is that the guy is off fighting lions at the stupid circus, and the girl goes and rescues her sister. So it's kind of cool. You've got the girl rescuing her sister. It's kind of that's a change. It's usually in these old movies. It's usually the guy. So then the ape shows up to the circus to rescue the guy because the guy's getting mauled by animals because there was a lightning storm that destroyed the tent and made all the animals get loose. And then the ape rescues the guy, and then the police shoots the ape, and the ape dies. No kidding. This movie is not very good. There's stuff to enjoy in it, but I don't think this one was very good. Yeah, I liked the fake ape costume. I did not like all the animal training and fighting footage. And coming up here is the weirdest part of the whole movie, with no precedence whatsoever from the beginning all the way till now. There suddenly a narration comes in. So they haul the guy off to get his wounds treated, and it shows the place where the doctor worked.
Behind these gates is buried the legend of a mortal who went beyond the realm of human powers and tampered with things no man should ever touch.
What? What is this movie? So once again, it's a movie being like, don't mess with science because it's bad. I mean, not in general, but it's like, don't try and do bad, perverted things with science. It's not men's not meant to touch it. Anyway, this narration comes in at the very end. It's like, what the? This one, like I said, it was only like 60 minutes long, but it's 30 minutes too long. So this has been day 24 of 31 in my 31 days of horror. So thanks for sticking with me, and push one of the thumb buttons, the up down, the down or the up or the sideways thumb, and then type some words as well. But that helps. It actually really helps the videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this one, or if you've seen it. I think it's kind of a stinker. The cast was great, though. Yeah, this is about it. See you on the next one. Bye.